Welcome everyone to Elizabethtown City Council regular meeting for June 15th, 2026. And I'd like to ask my friend Lamar Jones if he'd lead us in the invocation, please. If you would join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome everyone. Tonight we have a long agenda, so we're going to get started. And Madam Clerk, I would ask if you would please call roll.
Yes, sir. Councilmember Bishop,
Present.
Fulkerson,
Present.
Isaacs,
Here.
Lamar.
Here.
I'm sorry, Councilmember Jones. Councilmember Springsteen. Here. Councilmember Tyler. Here. You have a quorum, Mayor.
Thank you, ma'am. We'll start with approval of minutes from June 1st, 2026.
Motion to approve.
Second.
And a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Reappointments to the Historic Preservation Commission, Christy Childers and Charlie Skis, to serve a term ending on June 30th, 2029. Those are reappointments. They have both been on that board for quite some time and do a very good job, so they are being reappointed. And we will now go to motion and a vote for procurement policy.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Thank you. You all are fast tonight. Okay, second reading by motion of ordinance number 10, 2026, adopting budget for fiscal year 2026, 2027. If I can get a motion in a second.
So move. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Judge Howard.
This is a second reading by summary. This ordinance adopts the budget for fiscal year 2026-27 as required by Kentucky law for the general operation of city government. The budget contains total funds available of $158,472,681 and total appropriations for expenditures equal to $125,794,926, with an estimated ending fund balance of $32,677,755. The full text of this budget ordinance can be found by contacting the city clerk's office. As a second reading, it is now available for your consideration.
Any discussion?
If I could, Mayor, just on this, it's going to be election year. So you all are going to hear some great things about this budget, about how we're wasting money and how we had to take money from reserves and to make things happen. This budget is fiscally solid. We are using funds that have exceeded revenues for the current budget and previous budgets to be able to put infrastructure in. And so anytime that you can take, no reserve funds or anything are having to be used to operate the city, to do payroll, to pay taxes, or any of those things, this money is used for capital projects. It's just like your home budget. When you've got money in savings and you need a capital improvement, that's where the money comes from. So it's a solid budget. And I compliment the council and the department heads who came in and justified what they need. We're giving them what they need to continue to grow the city. And I appreciate their work with us on this budget.
I'm going to go ahead and add kind of along those lines of department heads and just the entire budget process, and from the admin, thank you all for what you do. It definitely makes it a much easier process. But on top of that, like having ambitious directors and being excited about their work, it helps us plan for the future. While we can't say yes to everything that comes across that desk that day, and we still need you all to always share with us so that we can plan better. I'm a big do better attitude person, and by saying do better, it's not that we're lacking in those departments, but we always are motivated to see that there's room for growth, innovation, and different projects that we have along the way. So thank you all. Thanks to all the employees. It really helps us make our job easier in making those decisions. So thank you.
I appreciate all the planning that went in so that as we met with department chairs, it just seemed like they had really done their homework to try to take the next step forward. I cite the Parks and Recreation budget. When you look at the facilities we have in this town, I think we've got just an absolute ton to be proud of. Now, I'm blessed to live close to the Veterans Park, and I walk there probably 4 times a week, and it's a showpiece. But then when your Parks and Works Recreation comes in and wants to add a bus so that he can continue to offer summer camp to more and more kids because we're selling out and we don't have any more room. So he wants a bus not only to add to it, but one that would have a handicap accessible lift on there so that we can make sure that we're providing opportunities for as many kids as possible.
I think obviously I don't disagree with any of this. It does get easier. I won't say it gets easier every year. It gets harder every year because we have more asks and we have bigger dreams or projects and goals. I am glad that we'll be taking Trooper Lake and a totally unused chunk of land, adding more land to it. We'll be able to fix the lake, which needed to be done anyway, and then adding a world-class mountain bike trail and area. And Mr. Haynes in Green Space can be given a lot of credit for their support and their advocacy on behalf of mountain bikers. And the more nature we have and the more, again, supporting our parks, I think it's very important for everybody's mental health in the cities.
Well, Ben, the old man, I think it's really been great these last few years to work with the department heads and see how they, in these last few years especially, just how they gel together and support each other and come together with the needs and not just the wants. And it's up to us to always hammer those down. But even more importantly for me, over these last 20 plus years, to see now that we're coming to actually connecting another part of our community. When we look at Commerce Drive, when I first came on the council, that was something that was discussed and it was just a dream in a way, but now we're at a part where all groups of the partnerships that we have between the state, on the state level, the county level, and now just all the things we have coming together just to see that road connect our town from one end to the other. So I think that's a good part of it, and how all of this comes together with not just one department, but all the departments.
And I'm just going to follow up saying that being a first responder for 40 years of my life, I'm just proud of our police department, our fire department. We was able to give them basically what they need this year. We added a couple of drones to them, which is going to be such a benefit for our police department and our citizens. And all the department heads, I'll just counter up on them. Everybody gets along. They need something. They all kind of work together. We always try to get what they want, but our budget's less than it was last year. So like Marty said, we're trying to be fiscal with your money. We're trying to do everything right. But I'm so proud of our police department and fire department. I think I put them up against somebody in the state. They're amazing. They are dedicated. We got great leaders there, both departments. And I just want to thank them and all the department heads here tonight. Thank y'all for what y'all do.
I appreciate.
I do appreciate Jeremy giving up some things so that Don could have a couple pieces of equipment too.
I think all those comments are a culmination and a reflection of a great team. And when I say a great team, I mean our department heads and our admin staff that work really hard to make sure that we can provide you all with all the information that you need to make decisions that will be fruitful for our departments and for the city. And we're very proud of them. More than anything, I think what I like the most about my job, and like you all have heard me say before, we don't always agree, but we're never mad at each other. We can talk through situations and come out with the best solution that we think benefits the citizens of Elizabethtown. And it's very productive when you have that atmosphere. And I think that we have that right now with City of Elizabethtown government, whether it be on the legislative side, the executive side, or in the admin realm, or even with our staff and our teammates. Everybody is pushing the same direction, and I think it's been very productive and profitable, and that's what makes part of our city great is everybody wants to see it continue to improve and get better. I also want to point out Senator Deneen there, who's in the audience. Throw your hand up, Matt. If you stand up, you'll block everybody behind you. He and Representative Bratcher have done a fantastic job, not only staying in contact with me and Ed, but also department heads. Chief Thompson talks to him a lot. I know he goes to Frankfurt and does a lot of things with them, but they always have an ear for whatever we need, and they're looking for state level funds for those projects. And some of those that you see included in this budget are based on the work that they've put in Frankfurt, so they're appreciated too. So I just wanted to point that out, and I'm glad you're here, Senator, in our meeting today. But this is a solid budget. Appreciate everyone's work, and we're proud to present it. And sounds to me, Mrs. Graham, like it's going to pass, but we better vote on it to make sure. So with that, if you would call the vote, I would appreciate it. Forgot about that. I need a motion and a
So
second
moved.
to adopt. Got a first and a second. If we can call the vote, please.
Yes, sir. Councilmember Springsteen,
Oh, I get to go first. Yes.
Councilmember Tyler,
Yes.
Councilmember Bishop. Councilmember Fulkerson,
Absolutely.
Councilmember Isaacs.
Yes.
Councilmember Jones.
Yes.
It passed.
Thank you, ma'am. Motion carries. That will move us to ordinance number 11, 2026, annexation of 1615 St. John Road. If I can get a motion and a second to read, please.
Motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Judge Howard.
This is also a second reading by summary. This ordinance annexes property at 1615 St. John Road and the right-of-way of Kentucky 1357, as requested by H.P. Props LLC and the Commonwealth of Kentucky. The property will be zoned urban residential or R4 upon annexation based on the Planning Commission recommendation. The owners gave written consent to the annexation, and the city gave the required 45-day notice to Hardin County. The full text of the ordinance can be found by contacting the city clerk's office. Again, as a second reading, it's now available for your consideration.
Any discussion?
Motion to approve.
Got a first and a second. Can you call the vote, please?
Yes, sir. Councilmember Tyler,
Yes.
Councilmember Bishop,
Yes.
Councilmember Fulkerson,
Yes.
Councilmember Isaacs.
Yes.
Councilmember Jones,
Yes.
Councilmember Springsteen.
Yes.
Motion passed, Mayor.
Thank you all. That takes us to ordinance number 12, 2026, text amendment change for historic preservation overlay. If I can get a motion and a second to read.
Motion.
Second.
And a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Judge Howard.
Again, a second reading by summary. This ordinance amends the Code of Ordinances, Title 15, which is the Land Usage Chapter 154, for the following sections of the Historic District Overlay Zone to update the description to increase the boundaries to include additional historical sites. Again, the full text of this ordinance can be found by contacting the city clerk's office. As a second reading, it is also available for your consideration at this time.
Any discussion?
I will say thanks to the Planning Commission and Department. I think this is probably something that has needed to be done for a little bit to include those properties on that side of the square. So thank you.
Anybody else? Need a motion and a second to adopt, please.
Make motion.
All in favor? Oh, that way it's a roll call vote. Sorry. Madam Clerk, will you call the vote?
Yes, sir. Councilmember Bishop,
Yes.
Fulkerson,
Yes.
Isaacs.
Yes.
Jones. Springsteen,
Yes.
Tyler.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Thank you, ma'am. Moving on to municipal orders. Municipal order number 41, 2026, approving lease agreement for 126 Ring Road. If I can get a motion and a second to read, please.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Judge Howard.
Since we have no less than 12 municipal orders to consider this evening, I'm going to read the first one in full, and thereafter, unless there's an objection, I'll summarize those without all of the language. At the regular meeting of the City Council of Elizabethtown, held on the date set out below, after first being read, a motion to adopt the following municipal order was duly made, seconded, and approved. Whereas the city owns property at 126 Ring Road, as recorded in the office of the Hardin County Clerk in Deed Book 495, page 93. And whereas the city wishes to support the Kentucky Community and Technical College system and its efforts to provide opportunities for different educational paths. And whereas ECTC has offered to enter into an agreement with the city to operate CDL training courses. Now be it ordered the city approves the agreement with the Kentucky Community and Technical College system. This will be contract number 23 of 2026. And it be further ordered that the mayor of the city and/or its designee is authorized and directed to take all steps necessary to perfect these order. Read, adopted, and approved the 15th day of June. And I would note that the agreement itself is attached to the municipal order as attachment A.
Any discussion?
Motion to approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. You didn't get much of a break there, Judge. Municipal order number 42, 2026, accepting bid for road salt. If I can get a motion and a second to read.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Judge Howard.
Again, this is another municipal order, 42 of 2026. Whereas the city participated in a public auction for the purchase of road salt organized by the Kentucky League of Cities on May 20th of 2026. Now be it ordered the city accept the bid from Nature's Landscape Supply LLC for road salt in the amount of $138 per ton delivered. Be it further ordered that the mayor and/or his designee is authorized and directed to take all steps necessary to perfect this order. Read, adopted, and approved the 15th day of June.
Any discussion? Don's here if you have questions. He knows all about it. Seeing none, I'll need a motion and a second to adopt, please.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Thank you all. Municipal order number 43, 2026, accepting bid for outdoor music venue seating. If I can get a motion and a second to read, please.
Motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Judge Howard.
Whereas the city prepared bid documents and publicly advertised the project and received bids that were publicly opened on November 12th of 2025 for seating vendors at the outdoor music venue project. After reviewing the bids, the city council made a motion to reject these bids on December the 8th of 2025. The outdoor music venue project team then created a bid manual with specifications for seating to be used to solicit competitive bids for negotiations. Whereas the city received 4 proposals for seating at the outdoor music venue, and the proposals have been reviewed by the project team for conformance with the specification, suitability, and cost. The OMV project team has recommended to the City Council to accept the bid from Spec Seats International Corporation. Now be it ordered by the City Council to accept the bid from Spec Seats International Corporation for seats for the outdoor music venue project for the base bid of $767,300 with an alternate for cup holders in an amount not to exceed $830,300. Be it further ordered that the mayor and/or his designee is authorized and directed to take all steps necessary to perfect this order, including signing all contracts and documents read, adopted, and approved the 15th day of June, isn't it? June, yeah.
And Jason Daly is here as the expert on concert seating, if you all have any questions on that.
It seems it's expensive to hold my beer.
Need a motion and a second to adopt, please.
So move.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Municipal order number 44, 2026, accepting bid for pavement striping 2026-2027. If I can get a motion and a second to read, please. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Judge Howard.
Whereas the city prepared bid documents and received public bids on June the 10th of 2026 for pavement striping for fiscal year 26-27. Now be it ordered the city accepts the bid from Reynolds Sealing and Striping Incorporated for pavement striping for fiscal year 26-27 in the amount of 35 cents per lineal foot. Be it further ordered that the mayor and/or his designee is hereby authorized and directed to take all steps necessary to perfect this order, read, adopted, and approved this 15th day of June.
Any discussion?
You need a break in. You want us to discuss something?
No, I'm good.
Motion.
I talk for a living.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Still got a ways to go, Judge.
Yeah, I know this bituminous base,
There you go.
limestone is going to be the end of me.
Municipal order number 45, 2026, accepting bid for bituminous concrete and crushed stone 2026-2027. If I can get a motion and a second to read, please. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Judge Howard.
Whereas the city prepared bid documents and received public bids on June the 10th of 2026 for bituminous concrete and hauling, labor, and equipment for crushed stone for fiscal year 26-27. Now be it ordered the city accept the bid from Scotty's Contracting and Stone LLC for bituminous concrete for fiscal year 26-27 as follows. Virgin materials, base $105. Surface, $110. Sand asphalt, $125. For recycled materials, base of $95, surface of $102.5, and for concrete picked up at the plant, the price per ton for virgin materials for base is $100, surface is $105, sand asphalt is $120. For recycled materials, the base is $92.29, and surface materials would be $95.29. Be it further ordered that the mayor and/or his designee is hereby authorized and directed to take all steps necessary to perfect this order, read, adopted, and approved the 15th day of June.
Any discussion on bituminous concrete and crushed stone?
It's my favorite.
Don's an expert in that, too. Need a motion and a second to adopt, please.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Municipal order number 46, 2026, accepting bid for pavement milling fiscal year 26-27. If I can get a motion and a second to read, please.
Motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Judge Howard.
Whereas the city prepared bid documents and received public bids on June the 10th of 2026 for pavement milling for fiscal year 26-27. Now be it ordered the city accepts the bid from Scotty's Contracting and Stone LLC for pavement milling for fiscal year 26-27 in the amount of $45 per ton. Be it further ordered that the mayor and/or his designee is hereby authorized and directed to take all steps necessary to perfect this order. Read, adopted, and approved this 15th day of June.
Don Hill, if you don't mind, if you would come up for just a second, I do have a question. Give Judge Howard a break. Not to put you on the spot, but I know you'll know. So when it comes to bids for road salt and pavement striping and bituminous concrete and pavement milling and crushed limestone, over the past couple, 3 years, what are we seeing prices do? Are we seeing a dramatic rise or?
Not a dramatic rise. I mean, if you look at the paving or the bituminous concrete, there was about a 6% increase. Liquid asphalt is down this month. Earlier in the year, it was right around $700 a ton, $710. It's at $690 per ton. That's 6% of the composition of bituminous concrete. And so you look at your rock. So what happens now is you got fuel and you got labor. And then on city streets, we pave, if you get on a long run of streets, it's a little bit more economical, but we have traffic control. The traffic volume in the city limits is a lot greater than when you get out on the county streets or county roads. And then also just if we ask them, you're paving a 1,500 foot long street versus miles, they give us the same price. The other thing, since the city owns a lot of parking lots in downtown area, they give us the same price whenever we pave parking lots as well. And then some of the other projects that we have going on where we use that contract. So they work with us. Stone, I think, went up about 3%. And then, so I mean, it's pretty much a wash as far as how the economy goes and what the consumer price index is.
Explain salt a little bit.
Road salt, the reason we buy road salt is we've got to get those police vehicles out to wherever they need to go on those service runs. And so, I mean, if you're going to buy new police vehicles, you don't want to tear them up driving on slippery streets, right?
Hate for them to crash.
I know Jeremy knows I'm kidding with him. With road salt, that's always a challenge, but I think that we called it right this past winter when we saw the amount of usage and we thought, okay, we know that the price is going to go up. It's a commodity just like some of the other things like natural gas or petroleum products. And so we went ahead and took what we had on reserve and we replenished our storage. And so it gave us a little bit more leeway in what the decision had to be made for our supplier, which we went with a more local supplier. He's out of Louisville. It's Nature's Landscaping Supply LLC. They focus more on regional versus if you're dealing with a national company. And so if you get a winter and it's going to be shipped to the Northeast, because that's where you get your top dollar. And we did run into that where supply was a challenge during the ice storm, which we battled for 2 weeks straight. So we feel comfortable after meeting with the president and CEO of this company. They've got 13,500 tons on reserve. We reserved 1,100 tons of that. And then they buy from 4 different suppliers. And he said that during that period of time when we were faced with challenges with Radcliffe and Vine Grove about supply, he had a supply arranged within 5 hours, which we were talking days and weeks. And so we felt very comfortable meeting with him. We're in good shape. We have about 200 tons of room on our storage. So we're sitting right around 1,100 tons right now. So if you get a mild winter, we're not hurting. But if you get a significant winter season, then we're in good shape. So if that give you enough rest, Ken? Yeah. Okay, very good.
Thank you, sir.
All right, you're welcome, sir.
Any other discussion? Need a motion and a second to adopt, please.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Municipal order number 47, 2026, accepting bid for crushed limestone fiscal year 26-27. If I can get a motion and a second to read.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Judge Howard.
Sleep back and enjoy.
Whereas the city prepared bid documents and received public bids on June 10th of 2026 for crushed limestone for fiscal year 26-27. Now be it ordered, the city accept the bids from Scotty's Contracting and Stone LLC and from Heidelberg Materials for crushed limestone for fiscal year 26-27 as follows. And you all see that in your packet. There are 13 different categories of crushed limestone, channel lining, aggregate, and hauling, of which our public works supervisor knows all the details of each of those categories. And we have bids from Scotty's Contracting and Heidelberg Materials, I think on all but one of those categories, in which both we had no bid. So unless there is a request for me to read all 13 categories for 2 bids, I'll just let you peruse the municipal order as written. And it be further ordered that the mayor of the city and/or his designee is hereby authorized and directed to take all steps necessary to perfect this order, read, adopted, and approved the 15th day of June.
Any discussion?
That's why Ken Howard's one of the best.
I need a motion and a second to adopt, please.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. That takes us to Municipal Order 48-2026, Downtown Grant for 54 Public Square. If I can get a motion and a second to read, please.
Motion.
All in favor? Opposed? Judge Howard.
Whereas the city has developed a downtown redevelopment grant program to encourage property owners to redevelop their properties. Now be it ordered by the city to approve the agreement with Cast Realty Enterprises LLC for a downtown redevelopment grant for 45 Public Square in an amount not to exceed $41,133.09. Be it further ordered that the mayor and/or his designee is authorized and directed to take all steps necessary to perfect this order, including executing a grant agreement contract. Read, adopted, and approved the 15th day of June.
Any discussion? A motion and a second to adopt, please.
Motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Municipal Order Number 49-2026, reappointment to the Code Enforcement Board. If I can get a motion and a second to read, please.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Judge Howard.
Whereas the mayor, pursuant to Kentucky law, wishes to reappoint Lee Hunter to the Code Enforcement Board with his term to expire on July 7th of 2029. Now be it ordered by the City Council that Lee Hunter is approved for reappointment to the Code Enforcement Board for a term to expire on July 7th of 2029. Be it further ordered that the mayor and/or his designee is hereby authorized and directed to take all steps necessary to perfect this order, read, adopted, and approved on the 15th day of June.
Any discussion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Municipal Order Number 50-2026, appointment to the Planning Commission. If I can get a motion and a second to read, please.
Motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Judge Howard.
Whereas the mayor, pursuant to Kentucky law, wishes to appoint Corey Blount to the Planning Commission to fill a term that will expire on June 20th of 2029. Now be it ordered by the City Council that Corey Blount is approved for appointment to the Planning Commission for a term to expire on June 20th of 2029. Be it further ordered that the mayor and/or his designee is hereby authorized and directed to take all steps necessary to perfect this order, read, adopted, and approved the 15th day of June.
For those of you that don't know Corey, he's younger, smart, wants to be involved. He's been on BZA for, I guess, one term. And of course, Maurice Young decided that he was going to retire from the planning commission, and he's done an admirable job, and he's just a prince of a guy. And so those were going to be big shoes to fill, but I think Corey is worthy and wants to learn and can't wait to get started. And I appreciated his willingness to step into that seat, and I think he'll do a great job. So unless there's other discussion, I'd ask for a motion and a second to adopt.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Municipal Order Number 51, 2026, appointment to the Civil Service Commission, if I can get a motion and a second to read.
Motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Judge Howard.
Whereas the mayor, pursuant to Kentucky law, wishes to appoint Rick Games to the Elizabethtown Civil Service Commission for a term to expire on March the 2nd of 2029. Now be it ordered that the mayor and/or his designee is hereby authorized and directed to appoint Rick Games to the Elizabethtown Civil Service Commission for a term to expire on March 2nd of 2029. It's further ordered that the mayor or his designee is authorized and directed to take all steps necessary to perfect this order, read, adopted, and approved the 15th day of June.
Now, Rick Games doesn't have a whole lot of experience, but we thought we'd throw him in and see how he'd do.
As long as he's got a mentor to help him, he'll be okay.
With that, I need a motion and a second to adopt.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Judge Howard, this is the last one. Municipal Order Number 52, 2026, approving special inspections contract change for Elizabethtown Police Station expansion. If I can get a motion and a second to read.
Motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Judge Howard.
Whereas the city contracted with L.E. Gregg to perform special inspection services at the construction site for the Elizabethtown Police Station based on the solicitation and recommendation of the city project architect, which is 5253 Design Group. That was by previous municipal order number 24 of 2025. And whereas the city council, in authorizing the contract, restricted the contracted amount not to exceed $13,810. And whereas during the construction of the Elizabethtown Police Station project, the contract included a $5,000 contingency for bad soils. And during the first few site visits, bad soils were discovered, which required L.E. Gregg to perform additional inspection and testing until the issue was remediated. Now be it ordered the city approve the change in scope for the additional inspections and testing for bad soils by L.E. Gregg in the additional amount of $3,793.25 as recommended by RBS Design Group. Be it further ordered that the mayor and/or his designee is authorized and directed to take all steps necessary to perfect this order, including signing change order documents and paying for additional professional special inspection services. Read, adopted, and approved the 15th day of June.
Any discussion?
Ed, I guess we shouldn't have been surprised. We ran into bad soil when we built that originally, didn't we?
Deeks Lumber and Supply and Little League Baseball and all the things that's been on there.
Cars,
Yeah.
and oil tanks, and
Just another headache from the police department, isn't it?
thank goodness for Public Works, right, Don?
If I could get a motion and a second to adopt, please.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. And we're going a little bit out of order here. I want to introduce you to Victor Cox Jr., who is going to come up and talk to you all about the back-to-school bash that they've been holding annually at the Wesley Hilltop House. Yeah, come on up, friend.
How y'all doing? Thank you for having me. So basically, I come here today. I'm trying to get people in our community a little more involved, and I figure what better way to come to City Council and speak to you all. So basically, I'll tell you a little bit about it. The ones who don't know, this is our 5th year doing it, and each year we have consistently grown. Our goal this year was to give out 1,000 backpacks, and these backpacks are filled with school supplies per age group. Elementary gets, per the syllabus, middle school and high school. So we're shooting for 333 per. And each one of these are filled with the school supplies. So we're trying to give them a jump start. And we want to keep increasing and growing and getting more resources as we grow so that we're not stressed and struggling and trying to scrounge stuff together at the last minute. So we got a checklist that we pretty much follow, but as you all know, sometimes things don't go as planned on the list. So you have to revisit, replan, i.e. like how we do here. And after the supplies, we also have like a fun day. We make it like face painting, bouncy houses. There's basketball activities. We have a little water slide sometimes. Just other things to make it a fun day. We do DJ, cotton candy, ices, ice creams, and all this is free. Like you bring your kids and you don't have to pay for nothing. Get their haircut, some braids or something if they want. And last year we gave out 1,000 hot dogs, hamburgers, and bags of chips. And I feel like we could have had more. Like there were still people there. My goal is to get 10,000 this year. So I broke it down. I figure if I can get 1,000 people to give me $10, we'll be there. Which I feel like 1,000 is kind of far fetched, but you understand the theory. We also have resources there, which a lot of parents who attend the event have no idea where to go for help, i.e. like to the Goodwill, Silverleaf, the Career Center, ECC. Like these are places that have people to help people, but they don't know that they're there. And I feel like that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to bridge the gap between our community and the resources, get them in a direction. Like I might not know where to go, but I could call Mr. Tony or I could call Miss Tyler and they could point me to where I need to go. Because I love our community. I grew up here, was raised, and I just feel like we have everything in the infrastructure to be great, but we have to start with our children and your children, everybody else, and give them something positive to look forward to, something to be grateful for. Like I see some little kids, I probably only cut their hair that day, but they see me and be like, Mr. Victor, they so happy, come give me a hug. And that's what I do it for, just a genuine, give them something to be grateful, be thankful. Somebody cares genuinely that don't want nothing back from them. So that's why I'm here for you all. Any questions for me?
So I'm going to add, if you all have not had the opportunity to visit the day that he does, and it's a group of them that go together for that effort, it is a very well-oiled machine. You walk into the Wesley Hilltop House, Vic, how many barbers or hairstylists last year?
It was 12 altogether.
Yes, and they are
6
in there,
barbers, 6
and they
stylists.
are lined up, and they are waiting. And I think one of the big things, and I know that he did it just to make sure, it's right before school, going to school, you have a fresh haircut. Because unfortunately, this could be the haircut for some of the children that we have in our community. So I highly suggest to check it out and for our community to get on board there. They do a very, very good job. It is growing. It's a good time that they put all their effort into. So thank you, though, for putting the effort in to do it.
Thank you.
So you need $10,000, you think, all in to get everything done that you need done?
Yes, sir.
And what's the dates of that?
August the 1st,
And what are the times?
10 to 5 or 6.
So,
10 to 5.
Okay, August 1st, 10 to 5.
so if somebody's watching and they want to take up the call and make a contribution, how do they do that?
We can make the checks payable to the Wesley Hilltop House with me on the attention, Victor Cox. I don't know if we have any BIM or any other electronic, but that's something I should
That's
look
a-
into, I guess. I didn't think about that, Mr. Isaacs. Thank you for the.
So Victor, if you don't mind, Mrs. Inman sitting over there to your left, if you'll get with her after the meeting and she'll get all that information and she can help you get that out a little bit and we'll see what we can do. I think Councilwoman Tyler you can vouch for Vic, can't you?
Yes, I know how to find him, so.
And I'm proud of you and I appreciate what you're doing for the community because it takes everybody.
Thank
And you're looking far ahead and have a lot of vision and foresight to start with the youngsters, and we appreciate that. You do good work.
Thank you.
I will just add the resource part of it, and I think he would be willing, of course, if there's any resources in the community that are interested in setting up there, they have the opportunity that day and they can reach out to him in order to arrange that.
Yes, ma'am.
Last question. Do you think you can give Tony a haircut that he'd be proud of?
For sure. Mr. Clean.
Can you do a flat, can you do a flat top for an old guy with gray hair?
For sure.
Okay.
For sure.
I hear he's got the best fade in town, so.
I don't know if I can wear a fade. Thank you
No,
very much.
Thank you. Thank you all very much.
Okay, that takes us to public comments. Seeing none, city council information items. Next meeting will be held on June 22nd, 2026. And the city will observe this Friday, June 19th as a holiday. Anybody else have anything they want to add? We will not go closed session, so I need a motion and a second to adjourn, please.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, we are adjourned. Thank you all.